Hi, I'm Alex, and this is Big Adventures Miniature Worlds. This week, since this is the first episode, we're going to get a little bit silly, and we're going to see if we can build an obnoxiously large D20 dice for your Dungeons and Dragons games. We're going to make it out of EVA foam, bit of glue, bit of contact cement, slap of paint. So let's have a wee look, see what we can do. The first step was to make a template of 10mm EVA foam cut into a 4-inch sided equilateral triangle, and then draw around these with I used a chalk pen for this on a separate sheet of 10mm EVA foam. I never realised how long this section was until now. Come on man, draw faster. I promise we'll see if we can make the rest a wee bit quicker. I then tried cutting these out with what I thought was a really sharp knife, aimed to cut roughly to 70 degrees to try and get an even or a nice join on the pieces. This one went a little bit wrong because the knife wasn't really as sharp as I thought it was. It took me several attempts to cut through, and it still didn't cut through properly. No, it doesn't fit with that bit. Or that bit. Let's try and cut it again. Nope. Ben. Here we go. Proper cutting. Smooth. Now they're all cut out, I used this Copydex contact glue from Hobbycraft to stick all the pieces together. I know it's blurry and you can't read it, but it's too late now. This stuff smells pretty strong of ammonia, so make sure you use a mask when you use it, or do it in a well ventilated area. I coated all the edges of the pieces that are going to be stuck together with a thin layer, and this stuff needs to be left for about 20 minutes to dry, and then you can stick them together. Now we laid them out side by side, connecting all the pieces that need to be connected flat first, and then we're going to lift them up and push them into the correct shape, like so. And then make sure you squeeze all the edges tight, close every possible gap that you can find. I did this whole thing in 3 sections to try and make life a little bit easier for sticking the whole thing together. So this is us working on the centre section now. Again, glue all the sides, leave it for 20 minutes to dry. Let's stick the middle piece together. I glued this in a specific way, with some pieces having all 3 sides glued and some only having 2 sides. That was a mistake. What I planned was to stick the top piece on, but that just didn't work, so we abandoned that idea. And here we're trying to test fit, make sure that the top piece is actually going to fit. Which it does, with a little bit of teasing. So now we'll coat all these edges for both sides and the central piece. Glue every edge, and then we'll again leave it for 20 minutes to dry. Time to stick the whole thing together and then wonder at its glory. You need to be careful when you're sticking this together though, because once this stuff sticks, that is it, stuck. It's not coming apart again. So try to be as careful as you can, line up your joints properly. Are you wondering at it? Look at it, isn't it beautiful? Glorious. And it rolls! Get in. Since it would look a wee bit boring on its own, I made some edge banding from some extra A4 size 2mm AVA foam sheets. These are just 4 inches long and roughly 20mm wide. I know it's getting a bit confusing swapping from inches to millimeters, but tough. These all got cut to length. I just used the measurements on my cutting board to make life a wee bit quicker. Cut a big stack at one time. This kept them roughly the same size. So these got a 60-degree angle cut into the top, measuring from the centre. I'd actually drawn a little triangle on the cutting board to help guide me when I'm doing my cuts. Just using normal super glue, glue these onto the edges, trying to keep them as centred as much as possible. The good thing about the EVA foam is that it's quite stretchy, so if you have cut something a little bit too short, just stretch it, line it up, and away we go. Now it's time to give everything a good coat of Mod Podge. You'll notice I've already added some numbers on there. That's just going to give me a feel for how the dice is going to look when it's finished and actually get the placement right of all the numbers. This is a little bit redundant since I'm going to spray paint over the top of all of it. Just ignore Batman there, he's only going for a swim. Took the dice into the back garden for a nice spray of McCrag Blue spray from Citadel. We had to keep this we had to cut this short because Batman kept coming back and wouldn't leave. Kids are such a pain. We did 3 tests of colour for the banding. I used Vallejo Gold, Citadel's Balthazar Gold and Vallejo Silver. We went with the Balthazar Gold, as you can clearly see. And we painted every piece of the banding. This took quite a bit of time. So I printed out stencils for making the numbers and painstakingly cut each and every number out, and then made a little square, as you can see there, and used some of the same Balthazar Gold that we used for the banding to stipple these on. Time for some shading. So we went with some Wrinkling Fresh shade from Citadel for the edge banding. We also added a little bit of Citadel's Drakenhof Nightshade. I know it's blurry, get over it. We added this into the edges of the blue, trying to add a little bit of depth and break up the surface a little bit. Look at those gaps at the top there. Maybe next time if we do another one we'll fill them with some putty filler or something. And for final step of the weathering, we gave it a little bit of dry brushing on the edge banding with the Citadel's Necron Compound dry paint, just to try and make it look a little bit worn and add some interest to the piece. Finally, to finish off the whole piece, we caked the whole thing in 3 coats of Ronseal's clear satin varnish. I figured this would give it a good level of protection, make it a bit more usable. Turned out it was right. And there we have it. We can build an obnoxiously large D20 dice. This also gives me an idea to make a slightly smaller version. We'll turn it into a dice box or something, but that's a build for a later day. I do have some Amazon affiliate links down below for all the bits and pieces I used to build this, so feel free to go buy something. I'll get a little bit of kickback from Amazon. That'll help me build more stuff, paint more stuff, maybe buy some new games. Remember to do the clicky button thing down below. Click like, comment, share, subscribe, do whatever you feel, really. Come back next time and remember, get it built!